Hello everybody. Today we'll be doing touch and goes in the Tolis A320 Neo. This is usually the first time when the cadets get their hand on the real plane. This is also called visual circuits. Let's get started. Let us start with our MCDU programming. So we will use the acronym DIFSRIP. Data init A flight plan, secondary flight plan, radnav, init B buff. This is a DIFSRIP. So this is the data page. We'll go to the init A. So we are going Edinburgh to Edinburgh, EGPH/EGPH. Flight number I think is fine. Going Airbus 100. Let's go cost index 99. Any cruise flight level is fine. We won't reach it anyways. Let's go to the flight plan. So we are going out of Edinburgh. Departure runway 24. No SID. So if we look at our flight plan, we'll have a direct line. We go to the plan mode. We'll have a direct line out of the runway. Now we are going to the arrival. No star, no via. Direct runway 24. No star, no via. Direct. So this will give us a straight line to the runway. So we are taking off, doing a left hand turn, and returning back to the same runway. Same runway, we'll be landing on the same runway. We are doing a 180-degree turn against the runway. We will reach the beam of the threshold, start counting 35 seconds, turn left and get back into Edinburgh, runway 24. So now we need to know when we pass the beam of the threshold. So let's create a radial in for that. So we go to the flight plan at AGPS runway 24, fix info. So we are going out of runway 24. So we go Edinburgh runway 24. Runway 24 has a heading of 241 degrees, and if we subtract 90 degrees, we get 151 degrees. So at 151 degrees, we are creating a radial. 151. So we can see that there is a beam which is blue in color, this is giving us a beam which is blue in color, perpendicular to the threshold. So as soon as we do a 25 degrees of bank left hand turn here, and we are crossing against the runway, as soon as we pass the beam of the threshold, we'll start the clock. This is known as a chrono. We start the clock. This will give us a time of, as soon as we reach 35 seconds, we start a left turn back to the same runway. So that's the flight plan. Secondary flight plan, we'll just copy active. Radnav, it's automatically tuned. This is the newer Airbus. It tunes itself. If we go to the init B, now we have some calculations to do. So let's go out to our heavy tab, weight and balance, reset to current. As you can see, there's a zero fuel weight of 45.4 tons. 45.4. and the zero fuel weight CG is 27.8. The block fuel 8.1 tons. Trip fuel of 200 kgs is fine. So that's the unit B. Now perf page, we go to the takeoff perf of the avatar. At runway 24, press reset, it will tune it automatically. 15 degrees, we don't need the NVIs. Runway conditions dry, and we'll go flex takeoff. Config 2, we'll turn on the air conditioning. And if we compute, we have flex 73, flaps 2, up 0.7. We don't need the takeoff shift as this is not an intersecting runway, this is a single runway. V1 will go 122. VR 122. And V2 125. The thrust reduction acceleration, let's go to 1300 feet. It's a bit low, but it's fine. Now we need to set the para ref, which is 1007. 1007. Set. Both sides it's set. And we are good to go. Let's start the engines.
Start engines. Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, so let us begin taxiing to runway 24. Flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral. Rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Auto brakes, max. Cabin, check. Spoilers arm, which trim was up 0.7. So let's do up 0.7. Take off config. Check. So we are ready to taxi. Okay, so let's begin with our briefing. We'll take off from runway 24, which has a heading of 241 degrees. We'll level off at 1600 feet. We'll put on the bird, which is known as the track FPA. We'll turn off both flight directors. We'll start at 25 degrees of bank, and the plane will be facing 25 degrees. Plane will be banking 25 degrees towards the left, and we'll reach a heading of 061. Why 061? Because 241 degrees minus 061 degrees gives us an altitude, gives us a heading of 061 degrees. So we will be facing 180 degrees against the runway. And as soon as we reach the clock, as soon as we reach the beam of the threshold, we will start our clock, which is known as the chrono. And as soon as it reaches 35 seconds, we will begin a left hand turn towards the runway, and we'll land in Edinburgh, and we'll just will not stop at the runway. We'll take off and we'll go again. Let us turn off the parking brake. Half side stick down, 50% N1. Stable. Man flex 73, SRS runway auto thrust loop. $100 knots, thrust set. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up.
Too low, terrain.
Lever climb, thrust climb, climb. Okay, let us reduce the speed. Maintain 160. Flight director is on. Sorry, flight director is off. Burn on. And let's activate approach phase. Confirm approach phase. Now the QNH not set. What? Let's set the QNH 1017. 10, 15 degrees. Okay, let's start our left hand turn. 25 degrees angle of bank. Now we'll be keep turning left until we reach the heading of 061 degrees, and then we'll make wings level. As soon as we pass the beam of the threshold, we'll start the clock. 35 seconds, and then we'll start our left hand turn towards the runway. Now we'll make wings level as we are approaching 061 degrees. Now, as we pass the beam of the threshold, we'll start the clock, wait 35 seconds, and turn left and intercept the runway. We'll put gear down, flaps full. Let's reduce our speed to 150 knots. Okay, now we are passing the beam of the threshold. We'll start the clock, wait 35 seconds, and we'll start intercepting the runway. That's 35 seconds. We'll start our left turn towards the runway. And we'll start the descent. Flaps full, gear down. Now we'll start a final turn towards the runway. And we will do a normal landing. Pull the thrust levers to 50%, flaps to, spoilers disarm, and we'll go around. Normal go around procedures.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Retard.
10.
5.
50% at 1,
Retard. Retard.
flaps to,
Retard.
spoilers disarmed,
Retard.
Toga.
Man Toga SRS 4 on track.
Positive climb, gear up. Thrust climb. Okay, we'll level off at 1600 feet. We'll confirm approach, activate approach phase. Bird on, light direct is off, and we'll repeat the same thing. Flight heading 061 degrees. We'll start the left turn. And you can repeat this how many ever times you want. Same exact procedures. And no using reverse thrust. If we use reverse thrust, we have to stop at the runway.
One thousand.
1,000 There is 061 degrees. Now, as we pass the beam of the threshold, let's start the clock again. I am not using auto also for this landing, but for the next landing I'll be using auto also. And yeah, that's 35 seconds. Let's start the turn. Flaps full, gear down. Spoilers. Let's reduce the speed. Let's start the turn towards the runway. Let's reduce the speed.
One thousand.
They're a bit low, correcting. To red, to white.
Retard.
10,
5,
50% and 1.
retard,
Flaps
retard,
2. Spoilers disarm. Toga. Ignore that warning. Positive climb, gear up. Follow the SRS. Leave a climb. Same exact procedure, you can repeat it again. And you can do this as many times as you want. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be coming up with more videos and more failures on the A320 and how to handle them. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.